What's going on, y'all? It's Lodge Locks, and today we got another prize picks video for you guys. And as you guys see right here on the screen, we got college football is back. I've been super excited, been waiting for this one, and I've been itching to get back into it for the last couple weeks now. I've been hyping it up on the channel. And as you guys can see, we are one sleep away from seeing the first couple games we got in college football. So not any like crazy teams. I mean, FSU is a pretty good team, but we don't have like any of the LSUs and whatnot, Georgias, any of those ones for like till next week. So we'll hop on those ones next week. But for the ones that we got right now for this Saturday, August 24th slate, we're going to be giving you guys a couple bangers. Now, I'm actually going to be running two different plays I like on the board. So I'm going to be doing a nice little two-man with the player of the day, which I typically give you guys on this channel. And then we're going to give you guys a four-man correlated play that I found. So, again, before we hop in those, make sure to drop a like and subscribe with those post notifications turned on. And if you guys are new to the channel, I drop a player of the day in every single video. So if you guys want to come to the channel just for the player of the days and pair it with a player that you guys like from the research you guys done, again, another reason to have those post notifications turned on. Those are the ones I'm most confident in. Just feel like those ones have the best value overall in hitting. But with that being said, again, just super excited. If you guys want to stay tuned with me throughout all college football season, I'm be uploading every weekend whenever we got games, and not really much else to say about that. But with that being said, we're gonna go hop right into the players we got for today. In today's video, for our player of the day in the first weekend of college football back, we're gonna be rocking with DJ over his passing touchdowns. His line is at 1.5. Now I love this line for him. Now he is on a new team, as you guys can see, at FSU last season. Obviously he was not there, but he put up pretty good numbers for the team he was on, considering everything. As you guys can see, most games he had one touchdown guaranteed, and then as you guys can see, these games right here against teams which typically didn't have the best passing defense, he just went crazy. 5 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns. Arizona, Arizona, UCLA, Cal, and then Stanford. They all really weren't hot last season, and obviously the games against the better teams like Oregon, like Washington, like Colorado, those ones he really struggled in. So again, this is a great matchup for him, especially with this new team. He has a lot more weapons, and I just feel like he should be able to do damage, especially against this Georgia Tech matchup that we got right here. As you guys can see, Georgia Tech, they're ranked 48th in all of college football for passing touchdowns against, again, that was based off of last season. So we could like kind of base it around this number, but again, it's not really like 100% because we're, again, fresh to the new season and whatnot. But they give around 1.4 opposing touchdowns to the quarterbacks on opposing teams that they're going against, which is right at the line that we got right here. So again, great line. Again, I believe FSU should just have a good one. This is a really nice matchup against this Georgia Tech team. So again, pretty good one. And if we look at the record versus common opponents, FSU in this type of situation with the predictions and whatnot, again, I guess these type of teams that this little like data breakdown gives us, they're 6-1 against teams similar to Georgia Tech, and Georgia Tech is 3-4 against teams similar like FSU. Now, I see a lot of people running Georgia Tech on like the whole offensive passing yards and receiving yards, like the little correlated quarterbacking duo plays right there. And I'm just kind of scared with the whole aspect of Georgia Tech on their end of the ball, just because I'm not really sure how they're going to do against FSU. FSU had a pretty solid defense last season. I mean, they weren't like a top tier, like top like 5 defensive teams, but they still had a pretty good team overall on the defensive end. And this Georgia Tech, I'm not really sure how their offense is going to like correlate with this type of game situation. So again, that's a lot of the base off of. So I wasn't really going to run straight with that correlation play. So again, for the nice little two-man and the player of the day, I feel like DJ is just going to go out there and do his thing with this type of team and whatnot. He has a lot of upgrades from what he was playing in last season, and I just feel like this 1.5 line should be a nice one for him to hit first game of the season. If we look at FSU pass versus run rate, they throw the ball 51% of the time, which is pretty good value overall, over 50% most of the time they're throwing the ball, which we love to see. A lot more opportunities for passing touchdowns. And again, not really much else to break down. New team, whatnot, from all the information I gave you guys. This one should be a good one for him in his favor to just do his thing offensively, throwing the ball and just getting it down there. So in my player of the day in today's video, we're going to be rocking with DJ over that 1.5 passing touchdowns, as you guys can see right here. This is my line that I'm rocking with. So again, if you guys didn't take anything from my video, I would recommend the player of the days. So in that case, we're rocking with DJ over that 1.5 passing touchdowns. And then the player that we're going to go and be pairing him with on this nice little two-man for you guys is Jalen Knighton over his rushing yards. As you guys can see, is 63.5 line. Now this is different game, SMU versus Nevada. Now Nevada does not really have a hot team. As you guys can see right here, They're ranked 122nd in rushing yards allowed, giving around 188 a game to opposing teams. And his line is only at 63, and he gets a lot of the percentage on the run plays and whatnot. Now, this is him from last season. Obviously, he had games where he just went crazy. And if you look at the matchups, these were against teams that really weren't good against the run or the run game on their opposing teams that they were going against. NTX, he dropped 129. CHA, 150 right here. Tulsa, 75. This one he barely covered, but Temple, he went crazy as well. And then the other matchups were just kind of ones where he didn't really do too good, but again, the spread of the ball and whatnot. His rush attempts, he gets a solid rush attempts each game, and I expect these numbers to only go up. Again, these were from last season in types of situations where they could just run the ball heavily. This is honestly a one-sided matchup. I expect SMU to just go out there and do their thing in this type of situation. So I feel like they're going to just chew out the clock and whatnot, be able to run the ball and do their thing. So again, SMU, I just feel like they should have a really good matchup. And Jalen I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right, has exceeded 61.5 rushing yards in 4 of his last 5 games versus bottom 5 defenses for rushing allowed, averaging 80 rushing yards a game in those type of situations against those bottom 25 teams in that rushing game defensively. So again, in these type of situations, he goes crazy. His line is only at 61.5, and he averages 80 rushing yards in these type of situations, which is insane value overall. As you guys can see, this was when the first line dropped at 61.5. It got bumped up to 63.5. Again, even PrizePicks knows there's pretty good value on this play just from the matchup alone. And they have a higher run rate than pass rate, which we love to see as well. Last season, they ran the ball 53% of the time, which is pretty good value overall. And even on the rush attempt share, as you guys can see, just last season alone, he had 136 rush attempts and got 25% of the rush share, which is insane value. And now I would just believe that number should really go up even more now that he's coming back this season. And just he should just have another good run game and just do his thing overall, especially against this Nevada team who struggles against that rushing yards. So again, 188 on average that they give up just from last season. That should just be insane value. And the share and whatnot, it's all in favor for him to go crazy. He's proven in matchups against those bottom 25 defenses that he goes crazy, averages 80 in those type of situations. So I feel like he should have no problem covering this line and have a good upside on this play overall. So Jalen over his 63.5 rush yards is our nice little 2-man that we're rocking with on today's video. So again, if you guys didn't take anything from the video, again, DJ, I would recommend as my player of the day, 1.5 pass touchdowns. This is the play I love right here. And then for the 2-man that I'm pairing with is Jalen Knighton over his 63.5 rush yards. So these are the two that I'm rocking with on this nice little 2-man, which I typically give you guys on the channel. And then for the correlation play that I'm looking at, I'm kind of staying away from Georgia Tech, and I'm going to be going with FSU and SMU on the correlation play. So we're going to be rocking with DJ over his, and then if we go to receiving yards, we're going to be actually rocking with Douglas over his 35.5 receiving yards. Now, I feel like this is one of the more underrated players who's going to come up. I really like his line at 35.5, and he's proven last season that he could really just have some spurts and sparks, and I just feel like his target attempts should really go up this game compared to last season. As you guys know, he only had 3 or I would say around 3 target attempts a game. So again, I just feel like this line should go up, and only 35.5. He can honestly hit this one in one play if he just catches one good deep ball. So again, especially against this Georgia Tech defense, I'm not really sure how they're going to hold up. But again, this is a good line. Also, I was looking at Malik Benson, but I just feel like this 35.5 line for Ja'Kai is just too good right here. So we'll be rocking with that on the correlation play for the FSU players. Again, DJ over his 232.5 passing yards. If he hits this line, I can almost guarantee that Ja'Kai Douglas hits his line over 35.5 receiving yards. So that's what we're rocking with on this side of the ball. And then on the other side of the ball, we're not going to be looking at Georgia Tech, not the same game correlation. We're actually be looking at this SMU play. Now, I feel like they should dominate this game and just really have a nice matchup against Nevada. So we're going to be looking at Preston Stone over his 225 pass yards for the nice other side of the correlation, along with his number one receiver. We're going to be looking at, where was he? RJ Maryland over his 45.5 receiving yards. So these are my ones that I'm rocking with for a nice little correlation play. Again, DJ over that 232.5 pass yards, paired with Ja'Kai Douglas over his 35.5 receiving yards. And then for the other two players, quarterback and receiver duo, or offensive threat duo, as you guys know, this is a tight end right here, but still number one option passing wise. Preston Stone over that 25.5 pass yards, and then R.J. Maryland over his 45.5 receiving yards. So this is my nice little 4-man correlation play that I'm rocking with. Again, not really confident in betting on Georgia Tech because, again, we don't really know how they're going to put up in this type of situation. So I feel like these two teams should just really have a nice matchup and just do their thing. So these are my ones I'm rocking with on the correlation play, plus the ones I gave you guys at the beginning of the video. Nice little 2-man, so 2 different plays for you guys. Love all these ones, and I just believe these ones should have a good chance of smacking out. So hopefully we get off to a good start on this college football season. Love these plays right here, and that's pretty much all I got for today's video. Again, please drop a like and subscribe with those post notifications turned on. It just means the world to me. Been grinding for you guys, trying to give you guys the best content, the best breakdowns, and the best overall value that we can find on this PrizePicks board. And again, if you guys are a fan of football, college football, NFL, make sure to turn on those post notices down below if you guys haven't already. We're going to be uploading for every single weekends and whatnot that we got for college football, NFL for these next couple months. So again, if you guys want to stay tuned, make sure to turn that down below. But with that being said, that's pretty much all I got for today's video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and let's see today.